The narcissist and your belongings. Narcissistic people can be some of the most frustrating, energy draining people that you could ever have the misfortune of having to deal with. Not only that, but they do things in a manner where it's very difficult to pinpoint that they are the person that's doing it. So then you find yourself playing detective to try and work out what on earth is happening, while they go all out to accuse you of not trusting them, of not caring about them, when in reality you're going to develop trust issues around those with lying issues. When it comes to a narcissist, it's a pattern of behaviour, it's who they are as a person, that identity, that personality that they've created based on their lack of empathy, their sense of entitlement, their exploitative behaviour, their envious nature, their grandiosity, their arrogance, and their belief that they are special. This bleeds out into all areas of their lives. So nothing is off limits to a narcissist, including your belongings, as a narcissistic person simply believes what's yours is theirs and what's theirs is their own. Narcissistic people feel entitled to your stuff, yet they don't believe that anyone should have a look in on their stuff. So a narcissistic person will happily go all out to hide things from you and then help you look for them. You've got an important job interview coming up. You can't find your car keys anywhere. You always put them in the same place. They should be there. That's where you left them. Yet as you need to leave, they've completely disappeared. And the narcissist is stood there, tucking at you, shaming you, telling you that you need to look after your stuff more. Or they can be there all sympathetic and helpful and super nice and helping you look for the things that they actually took. And then when they find them for you and you're in a rush because you're already late, they want the thanks and the praise. Oh, is that all the thanks I get for finding your stuff? If it wasn't for me, because they want that attention. So they will take your things, hide your things, and then help you look for them. They will take your things without asking and simply never return them. Or they will ask to borrow something from you and fail to give it back. And if you've dealt with a narcissistic person, you will know just how challenging it is to ask for something back. In a genuine relationship with two people with the empathy to care about each other, one person can borrow another person's things, forget to return, and you can just turn around and say, hey, remember that thing you borrowed? Is there any chance I could have it back, please? Oh, yeah, sorry, I completely forgot. Yes, I'll get that to you. When do you need it by? Yesterday? Right, I'll go and fetch it now. Can it wait till tomorrow? Yeah, right, I'll get it you tomorrow. A narcissistic person, you never lent me that. That was mine. What do you mean you want that back? I thought you gave that to me. That was a gift. Yeah, on the flip side of that, a narcissistic person will give you something, and then when things aren't going their way, they want it back from you. I want that back now. Oh, remember that I gave you? Yeah, I want that back. Because you're selfish, you're ungrateful. You don't appreciate what I do for you, therefore I want it back. A narcissist will buy you something under the pretense it's for you to help you out so that they can claim just how amazing they are as a person, and then they expect to have first dibs on the item. So a narcissistic person might potentially go out and buy you a car so that you can get to work and you don't have to rely on the buses, which benefits them because then you're paying in towards the bills. Yet, when it comes to that vehicle, when they want it, they're having it, regardless of what you have got on, even though they've got their own vehicle. And they'll make so many excuses to justify why it's theirs. So in a reality, it was never a gift for you. It was a gift to themselves that you can borrow, but they made out it was a gift to you to make themselves appear good. They can borrow something off you and then just claim that they'd never seen it, or that they've already given it you back, when you know full well that they didn't give it you back. But if you try to carry on the conversation, they'll turn it into an argument and accuse you of always creating arguments, and turn around and say, see, this is why I never borrow your things, and this is why I never lend you my things, because it always ends up in an argument, when in reality they just didn't give it you back. Or they'll turn around and claim that they've already given it you back, and it's wrong, don't you know where you put it? You can think, me? You never gave it me back. And they just stand there, oh, don't you know where you put it? Their projection. They often don't know where they put it, or they binned it out of spite. When it comes to a narcissist, they will happily use your belongings, but they do not want you using their belongings. They will find so many ways to get out of lending you anything, because they've got that double standards. Potentially in the back of their mind, they might know how they treat your stuff, so they don't want you treating their stuff in the same way, even though you wouldn't, because you actually care. They borrow something, ask for it back, and they can turn around and just say, you said I could have that. You gave that to me, even though you know you didn't. Again, it's that battle of wills where you're not going to win with an egotistical narcissist who always has to be right. You're going to walk away feeling like you offended them in some way. You might then start to become more assertive, stand your ground. They ask you for something, you say no, and then they're going to project out onto you and claim, oh, you never share, oh, you're so selfish, oh, I didn't realise it was that important to you, to make you feel guilty for finally asserting yourself towards those who take advantage of you, so they can manipulate you, or they just turn around and accuse you of being the unfair one. A narcissist, something goes missing of theirs that you know you haven't touched, something goes missing of theirs, they're going to accuse you of taking it. One role for them, another role for you. They're happy to go straight up to you and say, hey, what have you done with this? I haven't touched it. What do you mean you haven't touched it? You were the last person with it. I saw you with it on such and such a day. You think, no, I wasn't even in the building on that day. But they don't take responsibility for their stuff, which is why they project onto you and accuse you of not taking responsibility of your stuff. Yeah, you can have seen them borrow, even it's something simple like a pair of scissors. They might come and say, hey, where are the scissors? And you can say, they're in that drawer, and they take them and they use them. You can see them using them. And then a few days later, you go to need them and they're not where you left them, and you can turn around and say, hey, have you seen those scissors? Now, in a genuine relationship, some people like to put things in certain places. Other people like to put things in about 5 or 6 places. Some people can genuinely forget and say, no, I don't think so. Oh, you had them out the other day. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure. I could have put them here, or I might have put them there. But there'd be that open and honest communication. A narcissist gets defensive and they turn round, and you know they had them last, and they turn around and say, oh, here we go again. I knew it would be my fault, wouldn't it? You never lose anything, do you? Always blaming me. Nothing's ever your fault. I forgot you were perfect. So you can never call them out, because as soon as you call them out, they twist it onto you, they play the victim, and they accuse you of attacking them. And you're the one left feeling fearful of ever asking them anything, because they can't just answer that simple question. We might all need our memory jogging from time to time. A narcissist isn't interested in that. They're interested in their own reality going their way. Or you can just simply ask them about something and they'll just turn around and say, why are you making a big deal out of it? You can get another one. They might borrow something of yours and return it broken. And then they'll just claim, well, you needed to buy a new one anyway. They're so rude and arrogant about it. Yet they get you to a point where you can't say anything to them, because they just crumble into the victim and you feel bad and you want to help them because you have the empathy to care about them. They don't have that empathy to care about you. The more you care about them, the more they will exploit you. You can care, but you need to care from a safe distance. Because if you're too up close and personal with a narcissist, all they're going to do is take advantage over you. If anyone has any thoughts on this video or any phrases you heard when a narcissist borrowed or took your belongings and then failed to return them, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers, and your continued support with the channel is greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a couple of books out on Amazon, 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People if you're unable to go no contact, and a Narcissist Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you'd like to go and check those out, they'll be in the description also. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.